What's going on, my absolute giga chads? We are back at it again. Today I'll be doing a video on. I'm in the car, by the way. Can you guys tell by the audio? I need a mic. Today we'll be getting into how can the UFC punish Dagestani style stalling, nonsense grappling, up against the cage wrestling. All right, cool. So effectively, this idea came up from the UFC 322, event. Was it Shevchenko? Was it Shevchenko? Was she stalling? I didn't really watch that fight, but of course, Islam Makhachev and JDM, right? Honestly, I don't, I don't believe that this was Islam's, big improvement for his, so-called hardest fights. If you're gonna lay on the ground for 4 minutes per round, right, and you're gonna call that dominance, and you're trying to get subs, but the striker is defending all the subs, and you're not like getting anywhere. Mind you, you've been training your entire life to do this, and JDM's been training since what, 17, 18 years old, and he's not a grappler, by the way. So I personally, you can't be doing nothing on the ground for that long. It's disappointing because there's no damage, there's no urgency, there's nothing impressive going on. You're laying and praying and stalling, and you think this is dominance. The same thing with the Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus fight. These wrestlers are taking over the sport with this terrible, terrible style. Khabib and John Jones used to smash people's heads into the crust of the earth. That was cool. We want that. We want you to chase subs. We want you to smash the opponent's head into the ground. If Dana White really wants MMA to grow and he wants the UFC to thrive, Dana White's, please sign me, Uncle Dana. If he really wants the sport to grow, right, you can't have Dagestani wrestlers stalling for rounds and calling it dominance. There needs to be a rule set, right? And I'm here to talk about that, right? So what I would bring in if I was Dana, pride. Not that pride rules. So effectively, this would negate all the hugging, stalling, all that bullcrap, right? You shoot a takedown from across the cage, and it's a lazy takedown. Get soccer kicked in the head, right? Knees to grounded opponents, and none of this lay and pray bullcrap anymore. I remember Jan versus Aljamain Sterling, bro. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You can't have your knee or your hand on the ground and expect, this is nothing's gonna happen to me. You need to be punished for that. You need something to happen for the fight to continue. And I also believe that there should be a rule in which, if you haven't smashed your opponent's face into the ground within a span of 90 seconds, so a minute and 30 seconds effectively, right, you should be stood up. Or you haven't gotten a sub in that time frame, you should be stood up. The fight should continue. We're not here to watch jiu-jitsu. This is mixed martial arts. Mixed martial arts. And don't tell me, oh yeah, bro, you should go watch boxing. Shut the fuck up, gang. The no boxing argument is the dumbest thing ever. It's such copium because, sure, yeah, man, you love Islam, you love Khamzat, but why? No, I woke up at 6 a.m. to watch action, Shevchenko versus Weili was more entertaining than this fight. Are you serious? You need to eat a shin for these type of things, bro. You can't be having these type of exchanges. Not even exchanges. Nothing's happening on the ground, It's really disappointing. And Pride was wild and crazy. But at the same time, the UFC is a lot more controlled now. Mixed martial arts is a lot more controlled now. It's a lot more advanced. So the stand-up and the striking, this will force you to become a mixed martial artist. And not some Dagestani wrestler that's going to come in, lay and pray, expect nothing to happen, call that dominance. You land 30 strikes in a 25-minute fight and call yourself the double champ. The only person who can truly call himself a double champ is Ilya Taporia. All right, and that's not no glaze either. It's not no glaze, but Ilya Taporia, I honestly believe that he's one of the most genuine. Wow, my king. But yeah, man, I personally believe that these are the following rules that should be implemented to punish Dagestani law wrestling. The 90-second get up rule, knees to grounded opponents, soccer kicks to the head. And these 3 things would absolutely fix the sport. Because now wrestlers are going to be thinking, okay, cool, if I shoot a lazy takedown, if I stall, if I hold my opponent up against the cage, I deserve to be kicked in the head for it. That's what Dana should do. That's what will revive the sport, because people are paying for this, mind you. People are actually paying for pay-per-views. Me, of course I pay for pay-per-views, man. Like, of course I'm not using streamies and stuff like that. But you gotta fix the sport. You gotta fix the sport. It's mixed martial arts. We need the striking. We need the grappling. Of course, grappling is so amazing, but only when it's active, it's proactive. Something's happening. Someone's constantly chasing to an elbow to the face, a submission, whatever it is, a kimura. It could be anything. But if you're stalling, I don't believe you can call that dominance, you know. But yeah, that's how I believe that the sport could be fixed. That's how I believe people get their money's worth. And imagine, people thought Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus was going to be a war. People thought Chadian versus Islam Makhachev was going to be a war. And they laid and prayed for 19 minutes. But yeah, man. I wish the best for all of you. All of you should have a blessed day. And yeah, man. Have a blessed day. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.